Super. How long, approximately how long do you want me to talk?
5 to 7 minutes if you want longer. Yeah.
No, that's fine. You know, approximately 50 years ago, I was watching 60 Minutes, and a guy gets on 60 Minutes and he said, I work for a food company, and my job is to make the foods addictive. You've heard the Lay's potato commercial. I bet you can't eat one. That opened my eyes. Now, my dad had a heart attack at a young age, but life is the choices you make. And my choice was to live a life disease free without getting into the pharmaceuticals. So I started becoming more aware of the negative foods that I was putting in my body and do less of them and more of the right foods. That was the first part of it. The second part of it is I came out of a family business and I wanted to take a look at how I could create the kind of lifestyle and enjoy my lifestyle. And so I found a way to do that. I wanted to figure out how to walk away from our family business. So I got involved in a direct marketing company. The biggest thing, and I've been involved with it for a long period of time, made a lot of money. But more than the money that I've made is the lives of people that I've had a positive impact on by helping them understand a simple equation to create success, which is very simple: less and more followed with the right actions. Become more conscious and aware of the negative things that you put in your body and do less, and more of the right things in your mind and body and do more. I see Dr. Mort, who's an MD, and I can obviously, and amazing with stress management and anger management, but a lot of it is your mindset and your choices. It's like when I originally got involved, and part of the reason why I got involved with Live Pure, and the biggest thing that you realize is it's not about trying to sell products. All we do is educate people and guide people to where they can buy great products at great prices. So when I met Elizabeth and Elton, I wanted to be able to, sponsor some of their events. So I introduced them to Live Pure, and we are helping those that are really interested. They've got some healthy coffee, mushroom coffee, but they've got about 80 great products. And it's a way that, that you can really truly help other people because the business model is based on helping other people. When I started my career, my whole life purpose was to make a lot of money. And ultimately that changed, and the focus has shifted to more of living a life of meaning based on helping people, because there's a lot of confusion that is happening in the marketplace. And so the one thing that you can do if you really want to have a positive impact is introduce people to ways they can do it. Introduce people to people that can really make a difference. It's like I've known Dr. Mort, Richard, and I hang out in similar circles, and we've had the opportunity to have brief conversations, maybe not as much as Dr. Mort, but the point is, as it relates to what we do, it's what is, how can you have a greater impact with more people? And it's, as a person that just wrote my latest book with my business partner, James Feldman, it's Street Smart Success, Networking That Fuels Business. The key as far as how it relates to what you're doing is the people you associate with, the companies you associate with. Live Pure's got some amazing products. I love taking them, and I love being able to introduce other people to take them. So, anyhow, I'm glad that I met Elizabeth and her husband, and I look forward to being able to help sponsor more events and help other people that want to improve their health, age more gracefully, live longer, and have a greater impact in the world. So,
Yeah, tell us about the book and how can we get the
What
book?
what an amazing book.
Yeah,
Well, I can see
street smart.
you've aged quite gracefully from the center of the book
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
What a great book there.
Tell us about the book and how can we get the book?
Uh-huh.
Well, you'll be able, it will be released in the next day or two. I gave you a pre-edition of it. I think you've had a chance to go through it. I know Dr. Mort knows who James is, and ultimately, the key about AI, and, I think about my career as an entrepreneur. I have not worked a job since September 7th, 1990. And a lot of it is recognizing the changes. And that's what the book is about. Networking, and you've probably heard the saying that your net worth is in direct relationship to the strength of your of your network. And so as networking is a bridge that will allow you to create the kind of impact, um, the kind of lifestyle, the kind of wealth that you aspire to have. And part of the people, it's like through my relationship with Dr. Mort, anytime I hear the words stress or anger, and I've actually met Dr. Mort, and he's written, I can't even tell you how many books because every time I recognize it, it changes, but it's developing the right relationships. I'm very blessed that I've met you, Elizabeth, and your husband, and I look forward to doing a lot of networking and actually meeting you in person, down the line whenever that will be. But the book is about helping people become more effective in networking by helping them understand, developing a system. I use Tom Gay's system, as far as with Engage Pro. And when I started incorporating that, that made a very positive, and it goes into that, and it talks about AI, and it talks about just how to be a better networker and how to create more of an impact. I mean, everything that I do is to be of value. I believe that the more that you give to the right people, the more it comes back to you.
Wow, 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 wow. That is really, really amazing. So we're doing a lot of things today. So if any of you are interested in the Live Pure, the video that we just showed you, please write a message in the chat and we might
Yeah.
have a surprise for you. I don't want to announce the surprise until you tell me what you think about the video.
Yeah.
If
Just so you know, I'm drinking two of the Live Pure products right now. One is the Circulate, which is for your circulation. The other one is Hydrate. I mix them together, and again, it's putting more of the right things in your body, less of the wrong things in your body, having the right mindset, focus on being of value to people.
Yep. And we are also all on the coffee and the high. So let us know if you like it. Let us know if there's an interest, and we'll make sure that you get the information that you need. So let's move on with the program. And I have another sponsor coming up, and that is Richard Mort. And Richard, you just do a quick intro, and I'll bring you back for your talk a little later. All right, go ahead.
So Richard Morton, I'm going to
One sec, hold on,
mention,
hold on. Let me stop recording.